Hey everyone, welcome back to Garden Mess. It is 10 days countdown before the Northwest Louisiana Master Gardener annual tour happens. I'm excited. I'm nervous. A lot's going on. I do feel a little pressure, stress. I don't know why, because you know, the garden looks good all on its own, but you always worry that, you know, will people like it? Will they enjoy the time when they're here? So anyway, it's getting close, and I just wanted to kind of give you an update as to what I've done, progress I've made, and just kind of give some highlights of some plants that are starting to bloom and look good. Other things have faded out, which is a bummer, because like some of the plants that have been blooming and look so good, I really wish they had lasted until now so that people could see them. You know, the spring blooms, they're so short-lived, but these summer blooms, they will bloom all the way from now, which is May, until probably September, October in our area. So our summer blooming plants last a very long time, but our spring blooming plants not so much, because it went from nice beautiful 70-degree days to instantly 90 and hot summer temps. So we had a very short spring this year, shorter than normal, I think, and when we did, you know, we had also so much rain, so it seemed like we didn't have a spring at all. And the vegetable garden is slow going, even though we've had some good high temps. The vegetables are just slow to get going, and I really think the heavy rainfall just set them back, slowed them down. So I'll kind of probably show you a little bit about that as well, what's going on there. I don't know if I can spray my tomatoes or not for fungus, but they're definitely getting something. They are starting to set some fruit, but not well. And then, you know what? I caught a squirrel in the yard the other day, and he started running away, and he had something red in his mouth, and he was coming out of my vegetable garden. I was like, did he get one of my only tomatoes that, you know, finally ripened? But he didn't get any vegetables. He has been eating, or she, in all fairness, it could have been a she, a girl squirrel, I don't know the difference, but eating my canna lilies. And I have these like dwarf size coral pink colored canna lilies out by my garden, by the vegetable garden, and before they're opening up, they're taking the little buds. And I know they get my rose buds before they open on my climbing rose. I've caught them doing that. But they did get my canna lily. And I just thought, oh, these squirrels. So I've got an idea, and I'm going to put out some little pinwheels that have sparkles and can make noise, and maybe that will help. But I'll update you and tell you whether or not that happens. But anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around and just give you a little update on what's going on in the yard, and yeah, just do a little walkabout. Short, I hope. So let's start with the oh so pretty variegated Lacecap Hydrangea, which is looking so pretty. It's still a young plant, but it's doing really good here. Mostly bright light shade. It does get a little bit of sunlight on it in the daytime when it filters through the canopy of the trees, but it does not get hard, heavy, full sun. And it's doing quite well. All of the hostas are doing well. Very little bug damage on my hostas this year. And I think that's because there's just so much for the slugs to eat. They don't have to touch my hostas, but you'll see I transplanted some hostas and last year, and they are doing so well, came back looking amazing. That is either Florida Sunshine Anise or Banana Peel. I think it's Florida Sunshine Anise. And it's looking fantastic over here. Now this is a part shade area. Does get late afternoon sun for like an hour, and we're talking, you know, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then it's gone. But it does get the filtered and dappled sunlight throughout the day. As you can see on the taro growing out of that pot, it has some sun sparkling on it. And then all of the caladiums, I'm busy planting these up. And the ones I've already put in the ground have doubled in size already. They've been in the ground maybe a week and a half. So I still have some that are trying to pop up in their pots, and so I'll get those in the ground. But this shade, part shade bed is starting to look really good. Definitely looking show worthy. And of course, all my impatiens and begonias together with some vincas that are not vincas. Those are violas, and they're still looking decent. You can see some damage there, but my pansies are still in the ground looking good over here. Again, it gets mostly shade. Now you can see where the sunlight is hitting some things right here, because the sun is poking through right there. So it does get some sunshine. Them looking good. It seems like the bugs just really, really love them. Now this is interesting. I have 2 hydrangeas planted at the same time and same variety. And that hydrangea is much smaller, and even the blooms are smaller than this hydrangea. Again, same variety, planted the same time. This one is by a tree, and this one is by a big shrub. So it's not a water issue. The only difference might be that this gets hit with a little bit more sunlight, because the sun does have opening actually right there where it can be hit by the sun. In the winter time, both of them get hit, but in the summertime, the sun is higher in the sky. And so I think this one is getting a lot more sunlight. I have another variegated hydrangea back there by the little well. But look at the hostas. Now this hosta does have some bug damage. Got some bug damage right there on that leaf. But for the most part, they look good. I mean, this dark green, blue-green one has no damage. And this, I mean, I'm looking. I mean, there's one tear in a leaf, but that just may have been a stick that fell from the tree and pierced it. The maples are doing good. But let me go and show you the things that are a little different than the last tour. I do like this Roxanne Geranium though. It does look very pretty, and it did come back for me, so I'm very excited. It doesn't do great during the heat of the summer, but what I'm going to do this year is I'm just going to go ahead and surround it with some pots to shade it out, to limit the amount of hard sun exposure, and I think that will help it to fare better. We'll see how it does. It may be more established this year that the root system can handle the hot sun, so I'll watch it before I do anything. There's my Fothergilla. It is definitely a slow grower, but it's definitely starting to make its presence known, so I'm real thrilled about that. I love the green, the frosty green blues. I love them in the yard. And here is a lamb's ear that does similar color and makes the similar statement. Big bold leaves, love the coloring. Looks like I've had some of my bulbs starting to pop up. This is Lisianthus. Wait, Is that Lacecap? I'll get back to you on that. I don't think I'm saying that right. My pincushion flower actually must be nice and rooted in now because it's standing up straight and making itself look prettier than it was. I wasn't real pleased with that plant, but it's looking good. And whoa, those calla lilies, they popped up much taller. I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was gonna have to transplant them somewhere else, but they are actually popping up so you can see them. Good deal. But boy, this phlox has really taken over. I think I'm gonna have to thin it out this year for sure. After the tour, I don't think it's gonna be blooming though for the tour. It doesn't even look like it has any buds on them yet. So I don't think they'll be blooming. And then of course, again, love the leaf color. This kind of sparkles in the landscape. I don't think I have it planted in the best area for it as far as letting it show off. I think I could probably put something darker around it to help complement the colors. But this is Russian sage, denim and lace, I believe. Oh, and after I get my plaque presentation. So I was given my little plaque for 2025. That was done this week. I know there's more that I want to show you, so I'm going to go out to the vegetable garden and show you what's going on out there. My mock orange bloomed another bloom. Wow. Ooh, weed. This is a Confederate rose, I believe. Yes, Confederate rose. This is the biggest it's ever been in the yard, so I'm pretty thrilled about that. Oh, and my clematis decided to bloom. Let me turn around without making anyone sick. And there she is. I broke her when I planted her. Her longest, tallest stem broke and then died. But here she is, and I do think that she's going to match very well with the yellow of the Lady Banks rose that I have. Okay, gentle. I'll be gentle. So this is the Lady Banks rose making its way down from the other side. And here's some more of it. But I've got a couple blooms on this pretty, let's see, she is a Ville de Lion clematis. So that's her variety. That's a fire spike I need to get in the ground. I just haven't prioritized it yet. Okay, let's go into the vegetable bed real quick before this video gets way too long. Oh, before I forget, I rarely ever come to this area because I really don't know what I'm gonna do with this bed back here. I did transplant my red bud over here, and as it grows, I will then remove this holly, but I do need shade for the hydrangeas that are on the other side of that brick wall. I have many things in here. You really can't distinguish them because I have yet to pull out my celery. I'm letting it set its seeds, and then I'm going to collect it so I can have my own microgreens and things like that. I'm making my own little mix of microgreens. But I have phlox in here, and it's actually starting to bud. And I've got Atlas rose, which I will say for my area, we're so windy. Those blooms, they last for a little while, but boy, they do fall off pretty quickly in the wind, and the heavy rain, of course. But they're delicate, but they're so pretty and they smell good. So, I mean, it's worth it. I don't mind if they drop off as long as it's a good performer, like it keeps reblooming. But I have another Lacecap Hydrangea. This one, I don't remember the name, but the color is between purple and pink, and it's It's so pretty. Now it gets a lot more sun than it should. So we'll see how it does this year because it's larger and it's going to get the sun this year. Last year it was kind of so small it stayed shaded out, but this year it's going to get sun, so we'll see how that works out. All right, I just want to take you on that little detour real quick and show you a few plants that were blooming now that I had not shown yet. All right, this is right outside the backyard fence, and I'm hoping it's starting to look a little bit more put together, but it's still a work in progress. Okay, I have these little pinwheels, but I don't think they're gonna do what I want. I'm trying to keep the birds from the blackberries and well, you can kind of see it's not working. And I'm trying to keep that rodent from being a pest. I'm gonna go get him. Let's go over there and scare him. Say, get out of my garden. Oh, see, there's another one, and it's always the same too. And they always play around, and you know what he's eating? Let me tell you what he's eating. He is eating my canna lily buds. Every time they set buds, they come over and manja on it. So, and I caught him because when they ran away one day, one of them turned around to look at me, and he had one of the red buds in his mouth. So I've got corn growing, my first year ever, new to it, may not be doing it right. These are just helping them they were flopping over for some reason, and it looked like their roots were always showing. I don't know if they were roots or not. So I put these to help stand them up, but then I also had to seed some more, and I put them over it because I read that squirrels will eat the kernels when they're digging around. So, and I do have cucumber growing. I don't know about any cucumbers on it yet, but I do have a squash, a yellow squash, and I think it's big enough to pull off, but if I can just wait another week, I might be able to leave it there until the tour's over. So that's exciting. And then I have one more that's actually producing, it's not a yellow squash, it's a green zucchini. And it's over here. Oh. So I got a green zucchini in there growing. It made it, yay, got pollinated. And I did, oh, yes, that's what I gotta look at. So, you can see, I'm gonna zoom in. That yellow stuff right there, that is the squash vine bollworm. It's actually another day, but the dahlias did open up and I wanted to get them on camera. This is the Kelvin Floodlight Dahlia. And look how cheerful and big and bright this yellow flower is. And here's my hand for comparison. So they're big, nice, full blooms. And of course I have several that are starting to open up. And the other thing that opened up were these, and like I said, I couldn't remember if they're called Ranunculus or what they are, but little dainty flowers, different colors. Looks like this one got broke. See if we can get a friend to help support it. Come on, help us out. Nope, not gonna work. Oh well. And I love yellow. You're just too cheerful to be broken. Maybe I can bring out some tape later and tape your stem. But they weren't budded. They were budded but not open the last time. Well, just a few seconds ago actually, but it is another day. Oh, and it's not Lisianthus, it's Liatris.
So that's what this is right there. And it's about to open up its buds. It's gonna be purple.
Well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And until next time, enjoy your day in the garden. Be blessed, y'all. Bye-bye.